Yo, what's up guys? So we're going to be taking a look at a few new cards as well as some new imported cards. And on top of that, the most important thing that I do want to go over really quick as far as rarities from the new set, Rising Rampage, rarities here in the TCG. So the Metal Snake is secret rare. Apollosa is confirmed secret rare. Mankin Cat is actually going to be a common, so that's kind of cool. But there's going to be a full spoiler list later down the line, probably, and I'll go over some of the rarities of that. But yeah, just real quick, these two cards are going to be secret rare. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out some of these world premieres as well as imported cards. So, anyways, we got Cap Shell. Here, this is a level 2 Dark Fiend effect monster, 0/0. You can only use this following effects if it once per turn, only once a turn. If it's tribute, you get a draw card. If this card is used as a material for a fusion, synchro, or link summon, you draw a card. If this card is detached from material to activate a monster's effect, you can draw a card. Okay. Unfortunately, if it's not, if it's used as material for an exceed, you don't get a draw card, but you get a draw card after it activates its effect. Okay. Interesting little card, might have some effect here in some crazy combos. Next up, we have the Barricade Blocker over here. Link to Dark Machine Link effect monster, 1000 attack. Links are in the left and then in the bottom. And it's two material. The materials are two monsters with different names. And when it's link summon, you can discard a card, and then during the end phase, add a continuous or field spell from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Face-up spell you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Obviously, they're just going to run over this card. It's unfortunate that it's during the end phase, because at that point, it's usually way too slow. Anyways, next up we have the Desperate Doom Eagle. This is a Link 3 Wind Wing Beast Link effect monster with 2400 attack, and its links are in the top, bottom left, bottom right, and it's most 2 wind monsters. Yo, that Dragon Ruler, though, is indeed back, so it will be good for that, the wind one. Anyways, gains 2400 attack while your opponent has no monsters in their graveyard. As a quick effect, you get to target one monster in your opponent's graveyard and shuffle it into the deck. You can only use this effect of it once per turn. Okay, that's a pretty decent little effect. You can basically use it once during your turn, then once during your opponent's turn, maybe disrupt a combo. That's actually a really good card. Next up, we have Star Power, which is a quick play that says, during damage calculation, if your link monster battles an opponent's monster, your monster gains attack equal to that total level/ranks of the monster it points to times 400. During that damage calculation only, you can activate 1 Star Power per turn. There might be some type of way to cheese this like win condition with like a kaiju, but for the most part, I don't know if people will be playing any of that. Next up, we have Fuma Wave over here, which is a normal crap card that says target 1 face-up monster on the field, destroy 1 monster on the field with the same attribute but a different name as that monster. Okay, pretty interesting. Next up, we have some stuff for the Dream Mirrors, which is a newer archetype. Anyways, so we have Yugioh, the Dream Mirror Sprite, which is a level 1 fairy effect monster, 0 attack, 500 defense points. And if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, you get to add 1 Dream Mirror card from your deck to your hand except for itself. Then during the main or battle phase, if a Dream Mirror of Terror is in a field zone, as a quick effect, you contribute this card to special summon 1 Yugioh to the Dream Mirror Mara from your deck. You only use each effect of it once per turn. Okay, so here's Mara over here. So it's a level 1 Dark Fairy with 500 attack and 0 defense. So I guess it's like the opposite in stats. But anyways, if this card is special summoned by the effect of Dream Mirror monster, you can special summon another Dream Mirror monster from your hand except for itself. And then during the main or battle phase, if a Dream Mirror of Joy is in a field zone, as a quick effect, you attribute this card to special summon 1 Yugioh, the Dream Mirror Sprite from your deck. You can only use each effect of it once per turn. And then next up, over here we have Morpheus, the Dream Mirror White Knight, which is a level 8 Light Warrior effect monster with 1000 attack, 2800 defense points. And if a card is special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, you can activate this effect. This card cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects this turn. And during the main or battle phase of Dream Mirror of Terror is in a field zone, as a quick effect, you can tribute this card to special summon 1 Morpheus, the Dream Mirror Black Knight from your deck. You can only use each effect of it once per turn. Alright, so the Black Knight. Hopefully this will have some crazy effect. Anyways, like, this looking like their boss monster over here. Level 8 Dark Warrior effect monster. 2800 attack, and if it's special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, you can target 1 card in the field and destroy it. During the main or battle phase, if a Dream Mirror of Joy is in a field zone, on its quick effect, you can contribute this card to special summon Morpheus, Dream Mirror White Knight from your deck. You can only use each effect of it once per. Oh, so basically they get to summon like the mirror version of themselves. That's actually a really cool idea for the artwork and stuff. I love that. And then Dream Mirror of Joy, which is the field spell, which requires, you know, most of the cards required this. During the end phase, you can banish this card to activate a Dream Mirror of Terror Terror directly from your hand or deck. You can only use the effect of Dream Mirror of Joy once per turn. Dream Mirror monsters you control cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects or their monsters attack, except for your Dream Mirror monsters with the highest level. This effect is only applied when you control a light Dream Mirror monster. And then we have the Dream Mirror of Terror. During the end phase, you can banish this card to activate a Dream Mirror of Joy directly from your hand or deck. You can only use this effect of Dream Mirror of Terror once per turn. Each time your opponent special summons a monster, you inflict 300 damage to your opponent. This effect is only applied when you control a Dark Dream Mirror monster. Okay, that's very interesting. You can only activate one of them. It says, you can only use this effect of it once per turn. Okay. I don't know, maybe if you go first, you can do some amount of burn damage. But next up, we have the Dream Mirror Fantasy over here, which is a normal trap card that says, if you control a Dream Mirror monster, target one each of your banished Dream Mirror of Joy and Dream Mirror of Terror, shuffle them into the deck, and then if you do, banish one card in the field. If a Dream Mirror card or cards you control will be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can banish the card from a graveyard instead. You can only activate one Dream Mirror Fantasy per turn. And then we have Yosenju Orochi Channeling. I believe, like I said, some of these are imports, so they're just like confirmed for TCG more so. We've already seen Mannequin Cat. We've already seen this card as well. So I'm not going to mention some of these older cards. And the White Aura, yeah, a lot. These are all older cards, but the Dragonite Romulus, this is the Link monster that's confirmed, and then the Rogue of Endymion over here. Again, these are cards that we've already had announced before. And then also, we're getting, well, this is OCG, we might get it in some other form of like some special edition or something. I don't know what we're going to get them here in the TCG. But anyways, this is going to be a really cool thing. It's called the Link VRAINS Duelist set. So it's going to come out with one VRAINS special pack. It has 10 special cards included in it. But I just want to kind of go over some of the cards that you'll be getting in here. But anyways, Cord Exporter is a level 5 Wind Cyberse effect monster. 500 attack, 2300 defense points. And it says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is, if a Cyberse monster you control will be used as Link material for a Code Talk monster, and this card in your hand can also be used as material. And if this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard as Link summoned for a Code Talker monster, you can target one level 4 lower Cyberse monster graveyard and add it to your hand. Or if this card on the field was used as material, you can special summon that monster instead, but its effects are negated. I believe this one was actually announced before. Some of these, like I said, they're just imports. Salamangreat BlazeDragon, or technically it might be like reprints of other cards that we've already had in the OCG. But anyways, BlazeDragon over here, which is a rank 4 Cyberse Exceed effect monster. 2300 attack, 1200 defense points, and it's generic 2 level 4 monsters. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is, if this card be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can attach a material from it instead. During the battle phase, if this card has no material as a quick effect, you can special summon a Salamangreat Seed from your extra deck using this card you control as material. Transfer this card's material to the summon monster and it's treated as Exceed summoned. The third effect is, if this card is Exceed summoned using Salamangreat BlazeDragon as material, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. And then we have the Bayonet Punisher, which is a quick play that says you can only activate a cards with this card's name only once per turn. The first effect is to apply these effects in sequence depending on the number of card types among the Boral monsters on your field and in your graveyard. Also, if you control a monster with 3000 more attack, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. So, Fusion, you're going to banish one monster your opponent controls. Synchro, you're going to banish 3 random cards that are face down in your opponent's extra deck. And then Exceed, banish 1 spell trap card your opponent controls. Link, banish up to 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard. Dude, that RNG effect of just like banishing the key cards that they need, dirty. Next up we have Marnces Pascalis over here, which is a level 4 Water Cyberse. 1200 attack, 2000 defense points. It says you use each effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect is, if this card is normal or special, you get to special summon one Marnces monster from your hand in defense position except for itself. And then during your main phase, except for the turn this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Marnces spell and trap in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Next up we have the Dino Wrestler Iguana no Draka over here, which is a level 6 Earth Dinosaur effect monster with 2000 attack. It says you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is you get to discard one other dinosaur monster to special summon this card from your hand. The second effect is you contribute one dinosaur monster and target a dino wrestler monster in your graveyard with a different original name, then special summon in defense position. If it was just destroy one other dinosaur to special summon, oh my gosh, this card would be so amazing. And next up, Altergeist Failover, which is a continuous trap card that says you can only use each effect of this card's name at once per turn. The first effect is, if another card or cards you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can just special summon an Altergeist monster from your hand. With that, TCG pandas, I don't know if anyone's going to be really interested in playing Altergeist, but I definitely think some people will still try. And then you can banish a card from graveyard and target an Altergeist monster in graveyard and add to your hand. But I wasn't from the deck. But you get a random one complete set of 70 sleeves, and these are the options. Yo, I want these sleeves over here. I hope these are good quality. I think the last time I remember like getting those Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves, I think it was like from the 5Ds, and the quality of them weren't very good. So I hope they update and give. Usually OCG they do better than the TCG as far as quality goes. But here's are some of the field centers. Let's zoom up on these. That's pretty cool. I think it's great to include different field centers and different promotional things. But yo, these card sleeves, I want them, man. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on anything that we talked about down below in the comment section below. Are you guys interested in playing those mirror cards? I think that the problem is it's too conjunctional. It requires you to have like the other card, and then if you happen to have them, it's only from the deck. So if you draw them, like you could open up with really awkward hands in this deck. I don't know. Maybe it's too early. Maybe they'll get more support later down the line. But let me know what you think about the Dream Mirrors. Cool idea. I think the execution should have been hand or deck, because again, if you draw them, like, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe they'll get more support later down the line. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel here, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell so you can be up to date on the latest new Yu-Gi-Oh cards when they get announced. And if any of you guys want to see me gameplay of the Dream Mirrors, would love to see them. I'll give you a shout out here on the channel. Interested to see what you can do with the deck, but I don't know, it may be too early. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.